Hi everybody, it's Julie, and just want to first show you I did finish my other edge, and I did the black with the pink, and if I need to cut them down, I will be able to cut them down. If they end up on a tall journal, that'll be just fine. They are 11 inches long, so there's 33 inches of the fancy edge. Okay, so the lace, the scrap of paper, and the fancy edge. Here's the Dear Julie Julie digital, and there's the flower. Those were the things I had to use. We're going to go ahead. I'm going to put them up in my box. And today we are making the yarn and twine fancy edged round tag with a job. So this is where you make something with your fancy edge that is round. The things I have to use this time is ink, spray, paint, or wax, scraps of paper, and packaging. So I think that that's perfect because I'm thinking I can go ahead and use these round pieces from packaging. I've pulled out some paper doilies that I had here, a variety of them to play with. And I have my Dear Julie Julie digitals. Okay, so I know I need one that is going to be purple because that is the one that is going in my journal. And so let's see, I kind of like the back. I like this. For purple. I could do this. Will that fit? If I use the small one, that'll fit. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use one of these. We're calling this misprints or misfits. I am starting a new thing for the Patreons. We're doing the misprint Monday hour, and it'll be at 3 o'clock Pacific time on Mondays. It will be Zoom. And so you bring your misprints, your misfits, and we're going to see what we can come up with to do with them. So I am going to go ahead and cut this out. Okay, so on my road trip to Las Vegas, if you saw yesterday's video, you saw I showed you a bunch of edges that I did. Well, then I decided that I needed something for the round pieces. So I tried a couple of things. So I did this little piece. It is chain stitched. Okay, it's a long chain stitch, and then I came back and I went up and I chain stitched 6 and then came down and went in about every 3 or 4 places, giving me this fun lacy scallop edge. And I was like, well, if I have to, I could go ahead and I can add that onto the edge of something. Okay. But I did make it. It's not a lace, not a purchase lace, and it's not one that somebody else did. That is the thing, is that you need to have done whatever you're using. You need to have made it. And there's only a couple of things this month that are actually challenging, and that was one of them. And I do that because so many people end up finding out that it becomes their favorite thing. So usually in a mass make, I would make these all exactly the same. But after yesterday's video where so many were having a hard time saying that because they didn't know what to do because they would not be crocheting, I figure I need to show you some other things. So it was not in my plan, but we want to make sure everybody gets to play along. So I'm going to start with this one, and if you remember, I have this edge that I made, okay? I'm going to go ahead I'm going to trim this. Okay. Should be okay. Those are my two pieces. I think I'm going to go with something I can control a little better. I'm going about 3/8 of an inch-ish and cutting in, leaving at least 1/8 of an inch where the hole would be up there at the top. So this hole, I don't want to get into the hole there. Okay, so this is one of the ways I was thinking that we could do this. Okay, then we're going to go ahead and we'll put this on here, and we'll be folding these pieces in, okay, so that they will stay. I'm going to put it on this side. And I'm going to use this because it will dry faster. I'm almost out. And I would go to the store, but I'm not supposed to drive the car. Because the doors don't open because of the car accident. So dumb. Somebody else caused the accident, and we're the ones that have to suffer. But we're okay. So that's the main thing. We're okay. Okay. So now if you don't have a paper that has the holes, remember that you might have a paper pad that has like the spiral edge, like a spiral notebook, and that's going to give you those hole edges. Okay, so like this, if I took the spiral off, that would give me the edge. Okay, so just a heads up, if you didn't realize, you might not realize that you have one. You might have a little journal hanging around that, like I did some of the pages that I will use in journals, hopefully. So there's where the the little tab was that I made on this one. See how it goes out a little bit more? So this will be for my journal that I'm finishing. Okay. This is one way to get your edge on the round. Okay. So there's that. And look, it's got like a little tabby thing up here. Okay, so here's my Dear Julie Julie digital. I do have to ink it or something, and I'm like, I'm gonna do green because I've got a lot of green in this journal, and it's out. Okay, so we're gonna ink, and that'll cut some of the purple. Okay. Okay, and my very favorites, daisies. Okay, so my packaging is the ribbon packaging. And this is my Dear Julie Julie digital. My scrap of paper is here. That was my music scrap. And then I've got my special fancy edge. Okay. Okay, there's that. Okay. Okay, and this is with a job. Okay, so with a job means that it has more going on than just a place for journaling. Okay, so this would be, if it was just a journaling card, this would be just fine. Okay. Where's the purple box? There's the... I don't know where the purple box went. Okay, we'll come over here to scraps of paper. Oh, look at... We have a scrap of this wrapping paper. I think this came from the oh darn, from the gathering. Okay, this one's bigger. That one's bigger. Okay. Okay. I like that butterfly right there. So I'm thinking I can make a pocket. And I think it might be kind of cool to have it come from the side. Okay. Okay. So this is going to be the pocket. So we use the Dear Julie Julie digital on the front and the back. Coming around the edge. We'll put this down. Okay. So yes, a pocket is a job, right? There we go. Go like that. This is going to be the top in the front, and we'll go ahead and, like we had in on yesterday's, so this is, they had a little piece of lace. Aha, got a little piece of lace. Just so it matches yesterday's, okay? And that's where that tab was. And that just happened to be how I made that when I was in the car, okay? I'm going to go ahead and put some glue right here. And then we'll cut this. Move that up inside there. Okay. So you guys, I don't know if you see this, but, and I don't have a black one done, but it looks like a ladybug. So if you were doing ladybugs for something, that might be kind of fun. Okay, so this needs a little something in the pocket. And there you go. There's my first yarn twine fancy edge round tag with a job. And its job is to hold something in the pocket. Okay, so we have all these. Okay. I'm thinking, let me put this back. Put these back up. Where's the green? So we have a green thread, just like we did yesterday. We can go ahead and I'm just going to start this for you. And think we'll do this one. This one will be more obvious. Okay, so this is like cardstock. You might have a doily die cut, and then you can just go ahead and go around and decide how many you think you might need. That's 3. I'm thinking 4 for the reach between. Okay, well, let's go ahead and that can come over here. Okay, so what I would do with this is put this on the packaging on top of the digital maybe, and do the pocket on the back side again. But I'm doing 4 of the crocheted stitches in each of these spots. Okay, so this is what I wanted to show you. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I really would like to just go ahead and finish this, but we'll go ahead. You get the idea, right? Go around, do 4 in each hole, and that's going to take you all the way around. Okay, on this kind. And I think that that is really cool. Okay, so there's that. So on this one, I'm thinking we can go ahead and let's find, got this. What size? Let's see if I can get this. You're going to need a really long piece. Okay, that's not going to work. I took the big needle with me, so, and I haven't brought the full kit in the house. Okay, so I talked to Big Mama, and she said she did embroidery. I have not seen it yet. I have not. I'm trying to get caught up from being gone. I don't think, I think my really big one, will it go through? Yeah, it's too big. Okay, so I had to figure this out. So, yeah, so this is for a challenge. It's for the Mayhem and Makeup, Mass Make Mayhem and Makeup Junk Journal Challenge. We are finishing a journal that we've already started, and we are mass making embellishments. Okay, there we go. There we go. Yes, look at there. Have patience. Okay, so that might be too long, but okay. So we're going to go ahead and start this in a spot. I'm going to go ahead and let the string hang because I'll hang something on it. And yeah, let's do it this way. Okay, so you're going over it, coming up, and you're going to just go around this like we did. What was it? We did some cards in the Jungle Book. I think it was in the Jungle Book. Okay. So we're going around the edge. And again, this is a cardstock doily, so I don't know how well it would work with a regular doily. But we're giving it an edge. Now you could go ahead and go through a bead and put a bead out here on the edge. Not okay. So there you go. You'll have a fancy stitched edge around the outside of the doily. Okay, so just going all the way around it. But I know several of you were concerned that you could not crochet or do knots. Okay. But you could put beads in these. You could add sequins. Add flowers like we did. Okay. Okay, so I've got this one to finish. I've got the crocheted one to finish. I will be back. Okay. Okay. So here we go. So this is the crocheted doily one. And this is the over the edge one. Okay. So let's see. Okay, we're going to kind of do the same thing. I'm going to go ahead. This one is, it's not going to fit. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to come down here and go around. So, just cutting around. That gives me my Dear Julie Julie digital, and I'm going to put that, it's going to go on the center here. Go ahead and ink. I have two sets of purple. One has the green. Okay. There's that. And then I'm going to just do, okay, for the back, I'm going to let this go on that side, and we'll go ahead and put this. And I'm going to go ahead and get me a pocket. Okay. Okay, so this time I remembered to get the pocket before we close everything. So again, I'm using a misprint or a misfit. You can see that it's gone a little bit purple, and that is because my printer was out of yellow ink. Which is the color that I run out of most. How about you? What color do you run out of most? Do you end up with purple misprints? Do you have a purple misprint that stood out for you? I know Big Mama had a purple lion. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put some glue across. I think we can use our regular glue if it's going to let us. This will be the first time I've used it since I got home. Okay, we'll pokey poke it. There we go. Okay, we'll go around the pocket. So remember, this has to have a job. So you can have it, it could have like a little scrappy notebook on it. It could have a tag that like opens up. There are so many things that you can do to give it a job. The job means that it doesn't just, you don't just turn it over and write on the back. You can also, but there's my pocket. Now we'll go ahead and go around this. Okay. Put this on here. And we did put our ink. I will probably also, I want to add the wax. I just wanted the working done before I was messy. You might have seen Christmas cards like this, right? Kind of reminds me of edge. Okay. Okay, there we go. Okay, so there's that one. I am going to give it one of the flowers also. I'm going to put it down here. Well, here, I'll just use the gobbledygook, maybe. Okay, there's two. Then we have this one. And let's see. Yeah, it'll fit on there. Okay. Oh, I know what I wanted to use for this one. Oh, it's blue. It's the blue. So it's the home set. Let's see. Blue. Nope. Here. It's like, where did the blue? Okay, there's that. I'm looking for the blue Retro Home Digital. I see the at home. Because I need a Dear Julie Julie. Okay, here we go. Okay. Okay. I think we can do it from this or from the flowers. These would be cool if the orange lines weren't there. Those are the bookmarks. Okay, I think, look at what we got. Look at what we've got. Okay. Okay, so there's the plate. Should go around the daisy. I think I'm going to go around the daisy. Okay, so we'll put the center. And this one we'll make smaller. So this is the 6-pack. I'll put the plate. And I could have glued this onto the thing and cut around it also. Okay. We do still need a pocket. I'm going to go with that. That's going to be my pocket. This is the bowl and the spoon. Because this is going in a retro home journal, I think. I think that's what I'm gonna. Okay, I'm gonna come inside of it a little bit. Come across. We'll go up with the spoon. Down. And finish going across. Okay. There's our bowl, our plate. Oh, I like it. Okay, so that'll be one side. And then this other side, I'm going to go inside and catch the daisy. Daisies are my favorite flower. I think it's kind of funny that all of these end up with daisies on them in some way, shape, or form. Okay, so now this will go on here. Okay, let's go ahead and we're going to put this on here. Okay, got my two hanging pieces like that. Okay, now for this one, I'm gonna go brown, not green. So, ink, spray, wax, paint, you can use any of those things. My packaging is the ribbon, and let's see, packaging. Scraps of paper. Okay, I had scraps of paper on that first one. I'm going to have to scrap of paper it. Oh, for this one, I can go ahead because I'm early enough. Okay. Well, we'll add a scrap of paper here in a minute. Got our round plate. Just happened to be the right size. On top of our packaging. And if it was just card, that would be sufficient, but we have to have a job, and this time I decided my job would be a simple pocket. Okay, here's my bowl, the top of my plate. Okay, so there's that, and then I'm going to use a scrap of paper. Let's see. Scrap of music paper. And punch. Okay. Put that under. Put this one on top. So I used a scrap of paper and add some fun little ties to the piece. And what a mess I've made of this desk. Okay, there we go. Pretty little flower. And if it doesn't end up that it's going to work with what we've got going on, I can pull that up and put something else there. Okay. Okay, there's our tag with the job. It's got well, there's a purple. Okay, scraps of paper, and this one is going to need something that is scraps of paper. This one, the scraps of paper, was what I used to put it on. I really am putting it away this time. Okay. do like this. I always like numbers. Okay. It's from a Sudoku game, from the back of the book, I think. It's from the pile of scraps over here. Come on. Oh, here it comes. Okay. So when it comes time, I'll probably go ahead and add a couple of those to the purple things that are like that. Okay. Okay, there's my 3 yarn and twine fancy edged round tag with a job. Okay, it's a round tag, it's a round tag, and it's a round tag. I had to use packaging, which I used as my base. I had to use ink spray or the wax or paint. I inked, and I inked. And I also had to use scraps of paper. So on this one, my scrap of paper, if you remember, was what I used to crochet to. Okay, so I put this on the wrong one. I put that on the wrong one. Hopefully there's another one. There is. That's funny. Okay. So we're adding our scrap of, you probably caught that, right? Some of you did, I'm sure. Okay, so we'll just put it down here under the flower, pull the leaf up. There you go. Oh, I like it, actually. Okay, so scrap of paper. The flower was extra. Dear Julie Digital, here's its job. It is a pocket. And we have the ink, scrap of paper, and the packaging is the base. Remember, the packaging was our circle from a ribbon. And I think these turned out really cool. I'm just making the 3 because it is almost time for Tom to be home, and I'm excited to have this video done. Yay! So, wanted to show you some of the lace type things I made. So, I crocheted this, and then I went back into, so I had crocheted a long piece, a chain stitched a long piece. Then I went back and I went through 2 of the pieces, and just like I did the on the other one, I pulled through 3, and then I went through and pulled through 3. So That gave me the little bumpies. I did a lot of the little bumpies, and then I told you at the beginning how I did these. And these are ready to be edges. This is what I was going to go ahead and put around, and I still might put it like on this one. I don't know if I end up using this in the purple. I may put like this. This is from embroidery thread, and I may put this around. Okay. So it would have both colors. But yeah, so this is another one that I did. They're all crocheted. I did a bunch of those because I really liked the way they looked, and did some of these, but I really like the bumpy ones. So yeah, so watch for those to show up in some journals because they are already ready. And yeah, there's that one. Okay, but this was really fun, and I think I really like this one where we went around the outside of the doily. Again, it was a cardstock doily. I did have these in case I was thinking of putting them on top. But I didn't end up needing them. And these are paper, lightweight paper. Okay, there we go. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed this. I cannot wait to see how you do your edges. And again, we gave you, I showed you a way of just sewing around it. You can go ahead and make your own holes using a hole punch. And remember that your crocodile has 2 different sizes of hole punch on it. So you can get 2 different, depending on how big of a hole you need for your needle or your thread. You do have choices. Okay, and taking it there now. I taught Izzy take it there now. We worked on her room. She wants a makeover on her room this summer, and so we started having her go through some things and declutter, and she did really good. She did better than me. But except the stuffed animals. Okay, no, I think 2 stuffed animals left total out of probably 100. So yep, there we go. We've got our round tag with a job. Okay, yarn and twine edge. Here's the one that I did on paper, and then I slit the paper so that it would go around. This one I actually crocheted in the holes of a doily, and this one I just went around. And actually I like this. I think it's going to be kind of cool with that particular with that story. And I think the ice coupon should go in here. Okay, there you go. I got my 3 done. And so yeah, so come back tomorrow. It'll be a surprise what we're gonna do. We still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more things to make. So we're over halfway there. And yeah, there you go. Find something to celebrate every day. Have an amazing day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Bye-bye.